Okay, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. I am hopeful you're watching this real time because you are supporting us as a Patreon patron or as a YouTube subscriber, and if you are, that's great. Thank you. Anything helps. A couple bucks a month, I think, is the YouTube subscription, so not much. If you are doing neither of those, but you have an Amazon Prime account, Amazon will pay us if you link your Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. The instructions are below in the show description, so please try to remember to do that. We get paid if you do that. You have to relink that each month, but if you do, we get paid, so thank you. If you're doing none of those things, you're watching this a week late, that's the price you pay for not paying up. And the other price is you have to follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. Today's question from SIFTD, from Alex, the only Alex. We need more Alexes to donate to SIFTD, to be Patreon patrons. You often say that Sony should return to E3, but what real benefit is there? It can't make enough PS5 consoles, and the software continues to sell very well. Doesn't PlayStation kind of prove that E3 doesn't matter that much? Now that ESA has announced big plans for next year, will Geoff Keighley still push forward with his own show for the same time? Isn't this all headed for a major clash between ESA and Geoff? Who are the winners and losers of that clash? Wow, there's like 12 questions there. What benefit is there to the NFL of having a Super Bowl? Everybody pays attention to the football season all year, and they care about who wins. And to me, having an E3 without Sony is like having a Super Bowl, but the Patriots or Tampa Bay Buccaneers or LA Rams say, yeah, we're not playing it this year, we don't care. It's like dumb. And you would say, but it's just one game, and they could have it without them. But you need the spectacle. You need the event. You need the reason for the industry to look forward to something. I answered an earlier episode, talk about why we don't have a TV network, and it's because we allowed the amateurs to take over, and we allowed all game journalism turned into amateur hour, and so it is decidedly worse than it used to be. There's more of it. There's 10x the quantity and 1/10 the quality. And I think it's like saying, why do we need movies in theaters when we have Netflix making crap movies all the time? I mean, it's like, why would Disney even bother making Marvel or Star Wars movies anymore? Because we can just watch The Gray Man or Red Notice on Netflix. And it's a naive question. So the answer is, the benefit to Sony is that E3 strengthens the industry. And it strengthens the industry because it brands the industry in the minds of people who aren't gamers that it's important. It exists, it's real, it's a spectacle, people care, it's newsworthy, and not participating in that diminishes the whole brand. The whole importance of games is diminished by not supporting E3. That's the first part of the question. PlayStation proving it doesn't matter that much. That's like saying shut down every professionally produced publication that reviews games and let's just have a bunch of YouTubers and Twitch casters review games. Aren't they just as good? The quality goes down when you have a lot of nobodies. And the truth is, I said I love Stephanie Sterling. There are probably YouTubers and Twitch casters who are just as good as Stephanie Sterling at reviewing games. I just don't know who they are, and I won't find them because I don't want to wade through 100 bullshit ones to find the one good one. So E3 is the same thing. It's a spectacle where we have all the games released, and if we don't hear about the Sony games there because they decide to have their own event in March or May, that's just stupid of them. They're giving up the spectacle. That's like Sony announcing stuff on its own YouTube channel without promoting it ahead of time. Dumb. So I think Sony's dumb, and I think that any chance that the industry gets to come together and have a spectacle is an opportunity lost if they don't participate. Now, Geoff Keighley is an awesome dude, super talented. I want him to be king of the world. I want him to succeed. I love the guy. Geoff had a spat with ESA. he ran their show, kind of their parallel show during E3. He apparently couldn't reach contract terms, and I don't know what happened. I never asked him. I think Geoff's worth whatever he asked for. I don't think he's a greedy guy. I don't think he was asking for $100 million. And Geoff got a deal to do kind of a parallel event, and I think it started out with YouTube, and I'm not sure who he actually works with now when he does the Summer Games Fest. Maybe it's his own thing. But I hope they come back together. If they don't, Geoff will run his event at the same time, because it's easier to get the talent to come in on Geoff's show if they're all at E3 anyway. But again, I'm not a fan of EA doing an event, in Hollywood, 3 miles away or 5 miles away. I'm not a fan of Microsoft doing an event in the next theater over, the Microsoft Theater. I think everybody should be on the frickin' show floor. I think the bigger the spectacle, the better. I think it's too late for the ESA to get Geoff back for this year, but I'm hopeful that they try. My guess is they won't. And Geoff will run the Summer Games Fest at the same time, and it'll run parallel. And so instead of one big spectacle, we'll have a bunch of small spectacles. We'll have EA spectacle, Microsoft spectacle, E3 spectacle, Geoff Keighley spectacle. And I hope that has the same force, because it's all happening the same week and is probably going to be okay. Look, Geoff's always going to win because he's talented and he's worth a lot, and he's going to have success, and Geoff may outlast the industry because players like Sony are screwing it up for everybody else. So Geoff may end up winning because Sony's helping him win by hurting the ESA. I don't know. I mean, I think that Microsoft buying Activision makes Microsoft more important and Sony less important. I think Game Pass makes Microsoft more important and Sony less important. And I think the industry is going to grow because of Microsoft and not because of Sony. I think that Sony should care. If they don't, it's their loss. Geoff's a stud. I want him to win, period. And the guys who run the ESA now, not the same as the guys who ran the ESA when they had their breakup. I think Stan and his team are enlightened enough to know that Geoff can help them and he's worth whatever he wants. And I hope they bring him back in the fold. And I haven't asked Geoff if that's happening this summer or not. They just announced the dates. I am having my E3 party. So I believe that Shane is willing to give our Bulge Bracket patrons a pass to my party. It's going to be good. And by the way, if you think E3 is going away, it's going to be the last Pachter E3 party ever, so you really want to go to this one. No, I'm going to have them as long as there's E3. Oh. I said if you think E3 is going away, it'll be my last party. But I'm having a party this year. We have contacted the venue, and I can't name the venue online because I don't want everybody to show up, but we're taking the entire facility, the entire floor. So my party is going to be bigger than ever, and more stuff to do and more places to go have some quietude, if you care. So E3, big deal. Any of my industry fellow babies who watches this show, please mark your calendar. My party is that Tuesday. I want to say June 13th. It is that Tuesday, 5 to 9 p.m. You know where, and I will be sending out invitations, but we are going to have a party, and anybody who wants to get involved and sponsor gift bags. I'm looking for gift bag sponsors. You will get a massive credit for it. I want to stuff the gift bags with cool stuff. So if anybody wants to participate by putting cool stuff in a gift bag that game peeps would like, we're thinking like not little portable chargers, but more like $50 and up kind of nice things. So I can stuff a gift bag with a couple $100 worth of stuff. We'd appreciate it. Anyway, let me know. You can post on Twitter that you'd like to get involved, and I'm happy to entertain that at Michael Pachter. All right, fellow babies, thank you for joining us on Pachter Factor. If you're a Patreon patron or YouTube subscriber, we really appreciate the support. You're getting the show real time because of that. If you have a Prime account, Amazon Prime account, please remember to link it to your Twitch Prime account. It costs you nothing. Amazon is happy to pay us as a perk for you being a Prime member. So the instructions on how to do that are in the show description. If you are doing none of those things because you're just way too lame to figure it out, at a minimum, you've got to follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter, and you're getting the content a week late as a punishment. So following me is an even bigger punishment, but follow me because it's fun. See you next time.